people their flowers while they are alive. And I couldn't help thinking, what if her story was different? We all know about Hiny Umoren, who went into a job scam, a trap set by a serial rapist and a murderer, and now she's dead, and we're all crying justice for Hiny. So we've heard her story, right? But what if it was different? What if she ran away, she escaped, or she wasn't killed, and she went to the police and she reported, and now she's a victim of sexual assault, and that's why she's trending? Would we have believed her story? Would we be crying justice for Hiny? Or would we have subjected her to the usual vitriol and, and things we throw at victims of sexual assault? If he be her boyfriend though, maybe the guy don't dump him. She won't set him up. Why she go there now? She no want to. I beg, now she find trouble. I beg, leave this girl jare. They won't make them pay her. She won't hammer. They find who go settle them. We keep poking holes on their story and we find every reason why their story is not valid. We create such a toxic culture for victims of sexual assault that at the end of the day, they themselves become the criminals.
On what is going on right now, those are clothes of victims supposed to be exhumed from the graves that has been dug.
So the result of the environment we created is that rapists are getting really, really comfortable. And how comfortable are they? When they went to find the dead body of Hiny in a shallow grave where it was alleged to have been buried, they found several shallow graves and several dead bodies, shoes, bags, NYSC uniforms, various items belonging to victims of Uduak Akpan. So that means he has been going on and on and on comfortably and unchallenged. But where it gets even more interesting, other victims have started coming forward. People who claim that he gave them the same address. People who say he gave me the same address. I was raped, but I kept quiet. He said he would kill me. More victims have started coming forward. More people have started speaking out. Why? Because the bubble has been burst. Right now, they think their story is going to be more believable. But let's say we had the kind of environment where rape is taken seriously. Victims of sexual assault don't become criminals. Maybe he would have been caught a long time ago. Maybe he would have been stopped a long time ago. And maybe Hiny would not have died and we would not have to say justice for Hiny. Think about it. It's just like this whole Baba Ijesha and Princess Foster daughter saga. Imagine Princess daughter should do something weird, like God forbid she tries to harm herself or she tries to kill herself. Everyone will start talking about mental health. Preach. The same Yoruba actresses and actors that are supporting Baba Ijesha now, Yomi Fabi and co, they'll be like, mental health is important. We must take mental health seriously. We need to talk about mental health. But now everybody is poking holes on this little girl's story. This little girl is tormented. Princess can see that she's not normal. Something is wrong with this girl. And finally manages to get her to talk about it. You know what? It happened a long time ago. He made a mistake. It's not his fault. It's the devil. Why the princess set her up? How do we know the story is true? In fact, even the Nigerian police said they cannot prosecute the case because it happened 7 years ago.
Enough is enough. Nigerian police, respect human rights. Release Baba Ijesha on bail. It is his fundamental right. It is the fundamental right of any Nigerian accused of what is being alleged.
Things really take a terrible turn when the victim or when the accused is very popular. Like, see what happened to Busala Dakolo. Some people did support her, but those that dragged her for days. Like, she was called all sorts of names for outing that Kuza pastor, Remember Don Davis, the young boy that was assaulted in Deeper Life School? What happened to him? In fact, the mother suffered. The church members descended on that family. They threatened the mom with death. Remember how Reno Mokiri went online and was abusing this woman, right? Telling her to go and apologize in a national newspaper, In fact, the thing has escalated to the extent that the woman said that some doctor came into the hospital where her son was and tried to inject her son with HIV. We really do hope the family survives that whole thing, because right now, they are really hearing it. They are really seeing it, yeah?
Life is being threatened. My life is being threatened. My life is being threatened. I'm not safe. As I speak, my babies are not in the house. From what I saw yesterday, I didn't sleep in my house. My life is being threatened. My life is being threatened. I need backup. They want me to take off the video. They want to quietly settle me and let it end.
Let's also talk about the fact that Nigerian laws do not side with victims at all. Babi Jesha's situation, they said it happened 7 years ago, so statute limitation, blah blah blah. It doesn't. I mean, it cannot be, investigated. Busola Dakolo, who brought up her case, her case was thrown out by the court and she was fined 1 million naira. Yeah, that's what happened to Busola Dakolo. But the thing is, rape victims process trauma in different ways. While some people are strong enough to go to the police immediately and have their swab test taken and all of that, some people just lock up. Really. And that different people deal with trauma in different ways. So people will be like, why didn't you say it earlier? At the end of the day, the environment we are creating is only going to victimize the victim and empower the rapist. That's exactly what we're doing, yo. Another thing we need to do, we need sexual education for our children, for our community. In fact, we really do need to take classes on sexual education, because what the Nigerian police said on this Baba Ijesha case and the comments I was seeing on social media is really shocking me. When people are saying, there was no penetration, it was just touching, so nothing, there is no basis to arrest him. Are you for real? There is such things as sexual assault, sexual harassment, and sexual violence. They are all different. They are all under the same umbrella, but different categories of the crime, from first grouping to first kitchen to touching a minor. We need to know the difference, and there needs to be a price tag for each of them. Jail time. There needs to be penalties for whichever category you fall into. Because low-key in Nigeria, women are grouped in the market. You're passing, they will grab you, slap your butt, dog whistle you. All of those things fall under some form of sexual harassment. But, we need to be informed about these things. Seriously. Okay, so in conclusion, there is really this conversation about don't tell women how to protect themselves. Tell boys to do better. Why I understand the logic behind this conversation. I mean, think about Bello Baccarat. If you remember her in Ibadan, she was raped in her house in a full hijab. Think about it. All right. So if you think about the way people try to justify what happened to you, oh, you're a bad girl, you like bad things, you go to the club, you're a prostitute, you smoke, whatever, people will look for, they will justify why you deserve what happened to you and what you should have done better, and that's why women are pushing back and saying, no, tell boys to do better and all of that. Yeah, so while I understand that, I still think women need to take wartime precaution. And in fact, not just women and men, boys and girls. Yeah, because it's happening on both sides. It's just that the women suffer it more. But everybody needs to take wartime precautions now. It's not business as usual. Like, if you're going to go for a business meeting, it has to be in a public place. If you're going to go for employment, you must be sure it's in a public information, in a public office, Wartime precautions. Assume there are landmines. Assume there are bobby traps everywhere. Assume that you need to avoid explosives at every given point. Pepper spray in the bag. Prayers up and hope for the best, because at the end of the day, now God, they protect us, right? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Chizoba Adiola, and I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.